Yo, what up, internet? Welcome to Bricks and Beer, episode 80. I guess that's kind of a momentous occasion. 80 of these things. I guess. Yeah. So we're still here. We're still doing it. Outside's wild, so don't go out there. Stay in your house. Today's beer, wherever you're at, is the Terrapin Wake and Bake Coffee Oatmeal Imperial Stout. Look at this fucking crazy Muppet on there. He's making some, and I guess those are cookies. He's a terrapin, so I guess that means he's a turtle. He's not a Kermit. I thought he was a Kermit, but I guess he's a turtle. So that's pretty fucking cool. The coolest part about this is our boy Adam, that guy over there, sent this to me, which is fucking great, man. Like, way back in the day when I first started doing these, my whole thing was like, man, if I just put these transmissions out there and somebody sends me Lego and or beer, then I will have achieved the goal. It's probably good you guys aren't watching me fuck up this pour completely because it's not going well. So we're gonna put that over here. I'm pouring this into a glass because I'm trying to be an adult, because I feel like certain adult authority figures in my life, people who I look up to, fellow peers of mine, are like, Andrew, you have no taste. Why are you drinking all your beers out of cans? You need to have glasses. They're probably right, but I don't know. I'm lazy. That's kind of the whole thing with this. So anyway, I'm gonna drink some of this out of the can, and I'm gonna drink some of this out of the glass. We'll fucking compare and see if there's a world of difference. So anyway, thank you, Adam, our boy. Get the monkey. I fucking love that username. It's hilarious. For some reason, it's got like very like poetic cadence to it. Like you can't just say like get the monkey. You have to like it's got some energy behind it. So anyway, cheers. Thanks, Adam, for the fucking beer. I hope it's good. That is surprisingly really good. I'm not a big like imperial stout guy. Like I like Guinness, but that's kind of not a stout. Um, but this is pretty impressive, especially when it comes to like fucking coffee beers. Like I'm not a big coffee beer dude, but good shit, man. Good shit. It's from Athens, Georgia. So my fellow Lego brothers to the south. Shout out to you. So tonight, today, whatever time you're watching this episode, this is episode 80, which is a thing. Doesn't mean anything. It just means it's the newest episode. It's after the last episode, that one, 79. You should probably go watch that because it's about Mechtober, and it's still October right now, so it's still Mechtober. So I got more mechs to talk about. So you should probably watch that one because it'll make more sense, I guess. So yeah, so Mechtober. I did the first round. I built some wacky ones. Oh, they're on the other side of the room. Oops. So like mechs, I made a bunch. There was a squad. There's 5 of them. Everybody's clear favorite was the lore master. I feel like these two are. I've made a lot of mechs in my day, but I love both of these. Also, by the way, out there, we're trying not to talk about out there, but there is like a giant wildfire just south of here, so the air quality's been trash. So my vocal range is also probably trash. If you're like, Andrew, it sounds like you've been smoking a lot. I guess I have. It's whack. So anyway, I made some mechs. Here's the Merlion. I was informed that I misnamed the Merlion's weapon. This is not a trident. It's a bident. That's a thing. Thanks, Dr. Brom. we all have learned something today. So yeah. So, it's Mechtober. I made those mechs. I was gonna make a fucking super awesome mech to begin with. Here was the plan. Going old school. I'm just showing things to the webcam right now. It was a evil city transformer. It was gonna turn into like a oil refinery kind of thing, like a big evil thing. And so this was like what I started after September, before I did the squad. Um, Transformers are hard, yo. Like, this is not fun. Oh, it helps that I'm wearing black and showing you a giant black robot. I didn't even try to photograph this because, like, fuck trying to photograph this thing. So yeah, he's a big evil city transformer. His head folds into here. You see these open up, and he's got like some smokestacks that can swivel up. And then these big gnarly hands fold up into these forearm bits. But like that's as far as the transformation got. I was just gonna kind of fake it. And I hate this. I don't want to build this anymore. So I don't think I'm going to. So here's your chance. You can see it. It's big. It's probably going back in the wall. So this was like the original Mechtober before I realized Mechtober was a thing, and I built a squad, and the squad was me and the homies, particularly my boy Aaron, my boy Aaron, and he's awesome. So let's talk about Aaron for a minute. So Aaron and I are cut from very much a similar cloth. I feel like we're kind of long lost brothers from the same tribe in a way. And he's also the fifth Ninja Turtle, and we love him, and he's fucking awesome. So when I started doing these Mechtober mechs, we were hanging out one night, and as one does over the internet, and he was like, "Hey, bro, send me the frame." So I sent him this, which you guys have seen before. This is kind of like the basic, setup of my previous squad of Mechtober mechs. And he was like, yeah. And then send me the hands. So I sent him this, which is trash. You can tell this is one of those late night photos that, gets texted. And fucking he came through, and like in a big way, like a big serious way. So this was the first one that he built. It's called the Pack Leader. Makes sense. It's Wolf Pack. It's 40K as fuck, dude. I love this. I love how metal this is in so many ways. Like great part usage all the way around. Fucking the chrome elements, the metal beard shoulders, the spiders, the fucking third party Wolfpack flags that are super rad. I also liked how he just straight up upsized the one hand with the super scary, Freddy Krueger blades. So it kind of led, he's got a very spooky vibe, which I dig. And then he was like, yeah, I'm just going to make more. So then he made Raging Bull, which is hilarious. And it's also super on point thematically. Like, I love how much character is in each of these. In particular, I love that there's a bull's face on the torso, and then it's got the giant ring. I have a couple of those, and I have yet to find a use for them. And the giant hammer, is fucking great. It's just it's balls to the wall, fucking awesome. So then he built the Necromancer, and he's necromancing. In particular, I really love the lantern usage here, like the trans purple bits within the lanterns. I think look really good. It plays off, the spiral and the lightning and all that shit. He put a bird on it too. Lols. And then he was like, "Hey guys, so I got to build another one to actually do the Mechtober thing." And he was just kind of reaching for ideas, and I was like, "Dude, you need to build a lady." So we did. So we built the Widowmaker, which is awesome. Like I love the idea that he completely ditched the normal legs. It's like fuck legs, build something else. She's got a great sword. So he built the whole squad, and the squad looks fucking awesome together, dude. It's so money, and this also will allow you to see the Widowmaker's super nice parts usage of the spider tits. What even is that piece, right? Like, Spider-Man wasn't making boobies. Anyway, you don't even know. I fucking love you, Aaron. Good times, bro. Fucking cheers, Aaron. Great work. As always, my man. Like, fucking solid. So much so that like Aaron's pumping these out, and I'm getting more and more hyped. And I've already built a squad of mechs. And then he's like, he posts all four to the chat, and we're all really excited. And I'm like, 1 week left. God damn it, Aaron. God fucking damn it. I blame you, bro. I blame you 1,000%. So here's the next squad. It's Spooktober, y'all. Spooky. So yeah, I build Halloween stuff every year, kind of, and I tried. So that was sort of the impetus behind the big transforming mecha monstrosity nonsense, was to build something spooky, which didn't pan out. But I love squads, and I love some tropes and some goofy Halloween things. So I threw this squad together. Mechtober is only supposed to be 4-man squads, but fuck it, just go for broke, make an extra one because you can. So I threw these together. It actually took me like a surprisingly long amount of time to assemble the fig parts for these because my figs are not well sorted at all. Um, so the first thing I did was I built some frames, some really, really shitty frames, because you'll notice I'm kind of out of that chess piece. The only one that has this is the witch here on the left, and the rest of these are like really, really mediocre sort of workarounds because I was just trying to hammer the shit out in the middle of the night. And I ended up looking up the Thanos mech. Yeah, that one. And this is a much more elegant design. It's all the figs stand up, which I think is kind of a cop out. I'd much rather have the figs sitting, but for these, I was like okay with it, which is fine. So it's basically the exact same frame. It's just everything's a little different because it's snotted, and it uses this little bracket piece at the bottom to hold the minifigure legs. So it's actually like a really elegant design in a lot of different ways. Now, granted, their arm setup's a little different. Their leg setup's basically the same. But I was like, cool. So we gotta make some mechs, some big fucking scary giant spooky mechs, right? So this is the big boy. This is our boy Frankie. He's got his electrical monstrosity. I kind of imagine that's like a giant arm, like a real organic, gross giant arm that's fucking, you know, half alive, powered by electricity. And then he's got his clampy arm, because I love me some clampy arms. And one of the things that Aaron did that I really dug was like each of his themes was very like iconic, and they had sort of a standard, like a flag that would go with them. So I kind of wanted to play that up a little bit. So obviously, the monster was pretty easy with the electricity. So here's the back. You can see his claw arm has a gauge on it, and he's got a backpack with some spooky vials and some mad science. These bits at the top, those like kind of weird anchor things, are from a new Batman like polybag kind of weapon insert thing, along with the bits on the front. And then there he is. He's rolling around, controlling some shit. I really like the roller skates here because they kind of remind me of the bolts in the neck or the head or whatever. Look at his band-aids. They're so cute. Yeah, man, the big man, Frankie, doing his thing, being a monster. He's not a monster. He's just a dude. Yeah, so I liked him. He was the first one I built. He was kind of the easiest one because thematically it was just like, oh duh, make this. And then the next one was the witch. And this one was actually kind of challenging in a lot of ways because it's like some of these are really easy to do thematically. And then other ones you're like, what do I do with this? Like she's just a lady. What do you do with a mech suit of like a witch lady? So the easy answer is you cover it in cute and furry animals. If you think snakes and spiders are cute and furry. But you know, she's all right. She's doing her thing. This is the one with the actual torso piece, so it's a little more compact. I really dig her crystal ball. I think that's probably like the coolest part of this. And she can also fly because she's got a rocket broom, which this is where the posability of these things is quite limited, but it works enough. She's got jetpacks and a hunch because she's a gross witch lady. There's also a cat butt there. That's pretty cool, right? And she's got the silly socks, Witch of the Wild West or whatever. And then you can see her crystal ball has like a super spooky dude. That's the scarecrow head. I went back and forth on like what head to include in there because I could have just put like an eyeball or all kinds of other things, but I decided like a possessed spooky scarecrow face would work best. And then the owl choice. So I don't have a lot of printed owls. I have a bunch of owls, but the Friends one, it was kind of nice. It's nice that it's not everything is like super hardcore. Like you could have a friendly witch, right? Sure, take the candy. It'll be all right. Yeah. So there's the witch lady. She's sort of basic. You know, she does her thing. She's got a broom. It's a witch mech. What do you want? And then we have a ghost. And what does a ghost do in a mech? Like this entire concept is fucking hilarious to me. Like this was when I knew I was like needed to do this. Was I was like, oh, and then I can make the ghost a mech. Um, so yeah, here's the ghost mech. He's got ridiculous chain weapons. I don't even know what these pieces are from. I think they're from maybe a CMF or something. Um, but he's a ghost. Flies around. He's got no legs because he's a ghost. There he is, ghosting his way around his ghostly mecha cockpit. There's actually quite a bit of glow in the dark pieces in here. They're just not super readily apparent. There's a bunch of 1x1s and whatnot, like that 1x1 round tile on that little cone thing is glow in the dark. The ghost is glow in the dark. And I fucking love the classic Lego Ghost, man. This is the more recent one that has sort of the like weird back of the hood tip thing, but I like the facial expression on this one a little better. He's goofy. He's a ghost. And yeah, and the hands are really silly on this one, The whole thing is silly. Like it's a ghost in a mech. It's fucking ridiculous. And then we got the Wolfman, because you can. And at this point, I'm really just like upsizing the figures to be real. Like I'm just like, oh, what do you do with the Wolfman? You make him a wolf mech. And I thought about actually like making a mech that would have like a big wolf face or something, big chomping jaws. But I was like, no, the Wolfman, he would just want to fucking be out in there. He doesn't need a cage. He wants to be free. Howl at the moon. And he's got a tail and, little rockets and whatnot. And he's also got like some missile launchers with some chrome tip silver arrows because irony, because, silver werewolves. You get it, right? Yeah? Okay. So yeah, the Wolfman. He's a wolf. He's a man. He has a wolf mech. It's a man and a wolf. And then my favorite, the Mummy. I just fucking love the Mummy. He's so goofy, dude. Like, it's so ridiculous. And at this point, like, this is where this is sort of the ultimate antithesis of September. Is you just making something in a night. You're kind of like slapping shit together, and it doesn't take a whole lot of thought, and it comes out great, and it's fun, man. I fucking love mummies. I love weird Egypt stuff. I want this to basically like be a walking pyramid, and I put all the printed bits on there so you could see the hieroglyphics on the side, and he's got snake eyes on his booty, and that big like obelisk thing does have printing on it, which you can kind of see back there. And then I love this version of the mummy, and once I put the headpiece on him, I was like, oh shit, it's clutch, it's perfect, it's perfect. So there's the mummy, and there's the squad. So that's my fucking spooky Mechtober squad. It's so spooky. So yeah, I have a million mechs. I got like 2 squads, 10 mechs, couple of weeks. It's fucking a good time. Cheers, Sai. Thanks for the idea. Um, cheers, Aaron. Fucking good times. Thanks for the push. Thanks to Adam for the beer. That's fucking awesome. Before we get out of here, I want to talk about, our boy Aaron. So I have a ton of mechs, or a ton of mocks, I should say, from Aaron. And like I said, Aaron and I go way back, and we're cut from a very similar cloth. So I want to show you off one of the mechs and the mocks that I have from our homie Aaron. We're going old school. We're showing things to the webcam. Look at this glorious Star Viking mech. He is so savage, dude. He's got his laser axe with the, giant bird head on there. And then he's also got this cape. Metal as fuck. Metal as fuck. Super awesome. So this is from 2015. This is from 5 years ago, where we had a giant invasion of Star Viking stuff. So here's another mech. I made this one. Aaron made this one. We are one and the same. This one's pretty fun. He's got a big hammer, and I like the cockpit deal because it uses this Chima speeders bit, and it's all kind of one and the same. So yeah, that's fucking Mechtober, bros. So many mechs. Some of them suck. Some of them are fucking awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's getting to be a little more work to put these together, but it is fun. So yeah, I guess that's it. Happy Halloween. Be safe out there. Avoid the outside. Stay inside. I'll see you on the other side. Maybe in the future. We'll see if there's still one. Later, guys.